All right, guys. All right. I bet you didn't expect this, guys. Okay. All right. You already know what this is, guys. We are live with another one, guys. Okay. We are live with another one. Okay. The mic is hot, guys. Okay. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Last weekend, UFC 322. It was a terrific card. A lot of people, even me, was expecting that card to be one of the best cards, okay, of 2025. Ended up not being one of the best cards, okay, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. I do still think Alex Pereira does hold that reign. You know what I mean? To the best card of the year, in my opinion. I mean that UFC 300 card was phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje. I mean, it was terrific, guys. Okay, terrific. But this is the end of an era, guys. Okay, no more UFC and ESPN, and no more pay per view. Okay, the UFC, they are moving on with a new contract and a new company with Paramount. Okay, Paramount has about three times more. Okay, three times more subscribers than what ESPN does. So that's going to be new eyes, new fans, and it's going to be incredible. 2026 and beyond is going to be incredible, guys. But guys, with this being the end of an era, excuse me, I did want to get on here, okay, and I want to talk about 2025 and past fights, okay, past fights that happened in 2025 that I think were terrific, and in my opinion, if you're a true fight fan, you should go rewatch this fight, okay, or these fights, okay. Today specifically, the fight we are going to break, not really break down, but we are going to break it down while we're watching it. But we're going to watch live, okay? Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, guys. This fight came to mind, in my opinion, because after UFC 322 and the pure domination that Islam Makhachev was able to do to JDM, JDM had no answer, guys. Multiple people were talking about that JDM has been practicing that wrestling. You know what I mean? He's going to be too strong, too big for Islam. Islam went out there and purely dominated JDM, guys. And now, with that said, guys, I'm just being honest, guys. With that said, we have to put more respect on Dustin Poirier's name. Okay? I'm sorry. We have to put more respect on Dustin Poirier's name, guys. Dustin Poirier was able to go out there and fight. He fought Islam Makhachev. And guys, we are going to rewatch that fight as well, guys. Okay, we will rewatch that fight. But first, the first fight that came to mind was Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. Because in my opinion, this was a different Dustin Poirier. Okay, a lot of people say sometimes you just wake up and all of a sudden you're your age, and that's how I felt about this fight with Dustin Poirier. You know, he got rocked multiple times by Max Holloway. He also, in I believe it was in the second round. We're gonna rewatch this, guys, but I believe in the second round there's a scramble. Dustin Poirier ends up on top in Max Holloway's guard, starts landing some vicious elbows, and he totally rocks Max Holloway, guys. Had Max Holloway, stumbling to his stool and to his corner, guys. This fight was terrific, guys, but we have to put more respect on Dustin Poirier's name, guys. The only guy, in my opinion, that's definitely on my top 15, and he's not even a champion, guys. Okay, he's not a champion amongst champion, guys. When it comes to Dustin Poirier, we need to put more respect on his name. Go back and rewatch that terrific fight with Islam Makhachev. Go rewatch that terrific fight with Dan Hooker. Okay, go rewatch the fights with Conor McGregor, guys. Dustin Poirier deserves our respect. And just based on the last performance with JDM and Islam, guys, it shows that Dustin Poirier is not a champion, but he's a champion amongst champion. Okay, he is not a champion, but he is amongst the champions, in my opinion, guys. The only guy not to become a champion, and let me tell you something, he deserved it. Okay, hi, bro, how you doing? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. And the topic today is the end of an era, guys. Okay, that is the topic of discussion. We are going to rewatch specific fights that are worth rewatching in 2025. Okay, and the first fight that came to mind is Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, just because UFC 322 did just happen, and just based on that performance, guys, we need to put more respect on Dustin Poirier's name. Okay, let's rewatch this fight, guys. Let's have fun. Let's have a little fun. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. What a terrific fight. Let's rewatch this. Let's go. All right, here comes out Dustin. Man, I remember this fight, guys. This fight was terrific, man. This fight was terrific, guys. UFC, whoa, that's great. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable, guys. Let me tell you something. Right now, Dustin Poirier is making his way to the octagon. But, guys, let me tell you, Dustin Poirier was in the UFC for a very long time, man. For a very, very long time. And he's fought the who's who. And he's beaten the who's who, man. And, you know, for this being one of his last fights, well, I think it will be his last fight in the UFC, in my opinion. I think this is terrific. This was a terrific outing, in my opinion. He, man, even Max Holloway, though, Max Holloway showed, he still has poise and he still has grit as well. But let me tell you something. Dustin Poirier definitely deserves to be a champion. It's unfortunate that he never got his opportunity. Well, he got his opportunities, but he just didn't get over that hump. It's just because, there were the Islams and there were the Khabibs, the best of the best. He was among the best of the best, guys. You know what I mean? But here we go, guys. And one thing that I noticed about Dustin Poirier in this last outing with Max Holloway is that he looked a lot. He looked like his old self, like when he was younger. And the reason why, in my opinion, is because he looked a little bit more slim in this fight. He really did. He looked more slim. He didn't look as thick. He didn't look as thick. Look at Little Wayne. Dustin Poirier has Little Wayne walking him out to his last outing against Max Holloway, guys. This is unbelievable, man. This is classic. Look at Little Wayne, man. This is what's up, man. This is what's up. He's in his hometown in Louisiana. You know what I mean? Man, but he went out there and fought, man. But yeah, he looks a little bit more. I mean, not a little bit. He looks slim. Doesn't look as thick as he usually does. But I mean, if you go watch that fight with Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier that first time, I mean, not that first time, that second time around, uh, Dustin Poirier definitely looked a lot thicker in that fight. But here we go, guys. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. This is definitely worth a rewatch. In my opinion, one of the best fights to headline in 2025. But that's Dustin Poirier for you. You know what I mean? That's Dustin for you. I believe Dustin and Islam fought this year as well. So that's two back-to-back terrific battles, man, against the top of the heat. And at a late stage in his career, to be honest. You know? I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching this fight, I mean, I'm a Dustin Poirier fan. I like Max Holloway as well, but I mean, I'm just a Dustin fan. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, I really, really wanted Dustin to win. You know what I mean? And in that second round, because in that first round, man, that first round was a tough round for Dustin. It was a tough round for Dustin. Max was making him feel it. You know what I mean? But in that second round, Dustin started finding success. You know what I mean? And we're gonna watch this, man. And man, he starts hurting Max Holloway late in the round, in the second round, with some nasty elbows. And here comes out Max Holloway, guys. This is just Trailblazer. Trailblazer here with me twice in one day. Okay. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, man. Hopefully you're having a great day, man. Hopefully you're having a great day, Trailblazer. Right now, we are rewatching. This is the end of an era fight marathon, and we're rewatching Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. This is Dustin Poirier's last fight here in 2025, and we're gonna rewatch this fight because I believe this is definitely worth a rewatch in my opinion. And not only that, guys, but we also have to put more respect on Dustin Poirier's name just based on what happened at UFC 322 with Islam and JDM, guys. Lucy says hi. Long time no see. Love your stream. Thank you so much, Lucy. Wow, Lucy. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. It's been a very, very long time, Lucy. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time, but I'm glad I see you here. Okay, I'm glad I see you here. Trailblazer says, "Love your stream." Thank you so much, Trailblazer. Okay, and I love you being a part of this community. Okay, Lucy says, "Can you give me a shout out, Lucy?" Lucy here on the chat. Okay, Mustard says, "Sup OE, where do you think Islam ranks after the win over JDM?" Mustard, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. And that's a good question. That's a terrific question, man. Um, you know, if we're talking about right now, if we're talking about right now, based on his performance, I think he's number two, pound for pound. You know what I mean? In my opinion, number one is still Marab. You know what I mean? I understand that Islam Makachev, he was a lightweight champion, and I do understand he moved up to the welterweight division and faced the champion. But in my opinion, I don't think JDM. I always thought JDM was never on his level. Always, always. And I didn't think JDM was gonna hold that belt for very long, and that's exactly what happened. So I think Islam had a terrific performance, uh, but I still ranked him. I still rank him number two, pound for pound. I like Marab at number one, man. That guy is just unbelievable. Trailblazer says you are the best. Thank you so much, Trailblazer. Mustard says 100% honestly, Islam looks scarier at welterweight. This damn fly. Yeah, Mustard, I agree with you. I agree with you. He definitely does look scarier in welterweight. He looks more composed. He looks like he looks very strong as well. He looks very technical. I mean, he's always been all those things that I just mentioned, but it was a little bit different. It was a little bit different, especially with with what he was able to do to JDM. Just totally shut the guy down. You know what I mean? But guys, I mean, talking about Islam and JDM, guys, just based on that performance, how high do you rank Dustin Poirier in your, overall pound for pound list? You know what I mean? He's the only guy that is, definitely ranked in my top 15, and he's not even a champion when it comes to Dustin Poirier, guys. We need to put more respect on Dustin Poirier's name, in Dustin Poirier's name, excuse me, just based on Islam's performance against JDM, guys. Honestly, what religion are you? I don't. You don't mind me asking? What religion? Uh, you know, it's me and God. It's me and God. Okay, it's me and God. Um, LeBron's the goat. Trailblazer. LeBron. I don't mean. Sure, sure. Why not? Mustard says Dustin Poirier is the best fighter to never become a champion. He is not a champion, but he is amongst the champion in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's the only guy that's definitely on my top 15 or yeah, he's definitely on my top 15 fighters that's not even a champion or never became champion. You know what I mean? Just a phenomenal fighter who's always had grit. And here we go, guys. We got Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. This fight was exciting, guys. Ronaldo or Messi? It's gonna have to be Messi, guys. You know what I mean? It's going to have to be Messi, in my opinion. You know what I mean? All day, every day. You know that guy was phenomenal. He was doing things before people couldn't do things. Okay, especially on that soccer field. I mean, I watched this guy, hit 5 goals in a row for his team to win a game. I mean, unbelievable. The little guy was Speedy Gonzalez out there. You know what I mean? Just dominating the soccer field. I'm sorry. I like Ronaldo too. Super athletic, but he had every God given gift. Okay. Must consistency for a long time. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. He had a great level of consistency for a long time. He really did. He really did. You know what I mean? But here we go, guys. Here we go. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, man. What do you rank Dustin Poirier, guys? On your in your top pound for pound list of overall, do you got him on your? Somebody keeps calling me, guys. You know what I mean? They want to get a hold of me. I don't know why they want to get a hold of me right now. I mean, go ahead and leave a message, okay? Honestly, the only guy I think that would give Islam trouble at welterweight is Kamara or below. Nobody else has the wrestling to keep up. That's good, actually. That's a good breakdown. Maybe you're right about that. You know what I mean? Maybe you're right about that. Possibly. Maybe you're right about that. The Kamara Usman fight is interesting, but guys, Kamara Usman is definitely past his prime. He's definitely past his prime. You saw his last performance with Buckley. In my opinion, JDM should fight or Leon Edwards should fight Buckley. You know what I mean? Both guys will be coming off of a loss. I think that's the next fight to make. Now, when it comes to Kamara Usman, excuse me, uh, he's just past his prime. So I would have loved to see it maybe 3 years ago. That would have been better, but I think he's a little bit past his prime. Islam would definitely, guys, in my opinion. Let me see. I don't know. I think DP is top 20 for me. It's hard because my top 10 always be changing because everyone's so good. Hey, I hear you, Mustard, but I have Dustin Poirier in my top 15 in my opinion. In my opinion, he's in my top 15. I don't care. He makes my top 15, man. The guy is unbelievable. Here we go, guys. The first round: Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier. Bonfin versus Leon would be cool. That would be all right. That would be good. That would be good. Why not? But Buckley also needs a fight. You know what I mean? So who you put Buckley against? You put Buckley against what's his name? Um Sean Brady. Maybe that's the fight to make. Buckley and Sean Brady. That could be a possible fight. Max Holloway was staying elusive in this fight right here against Dustin Poirier, and Max Holloway was utilizing that he had a knee stomp that he kept kicking Dustin with a knee stomp. It was man, it looked dangerous. He was always kicking to his knees, stomping to his knees. That was a good technique by Max. Always good head movement by Max Holloway. This fly is going to die, guys. Let me see. Yeah, welterweight is in a weird spot. It definitely is. It definitely is. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of people in there right now. A lot of people were in there right now. But I mean, a lot of people want to bring up Shavkat, but Shavkat hasn't fought in years due to injury. Last time we seen him, he fought Ian Gary, and in my opinion, Shavkat needs about 2 fights before he can ever, challenge for the welterweight strap. In my opinion, and those 2 fights better look impressive. Oh, there. What's going on here? What's going on here? Yeah, Max dropped Dustin in the first round. Max dropped him in the first round. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Max fighting for the championship over Justin or Patty. He deserves it more than them, which isn't saying much. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. Uh when it comes to Max, not Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje, guys. When it comes to Justin Gaethje, I mean, guys, Justin Gaethje, the guy is a dead body. What is he gonna do against? What is he gonna do against Ilya Taporia? To be honest with you, he's gonna be a punching bag. He's gonna get knocked out once again, guys. Okay, this fly, I'm gonna kill the hell out of it. He's gonna get knocked out again, guys. Okay, so I mean, when it comes to Justin Gaethje, it's ridiculous if he even. Hopefully, he retires. In my opinion, you know what I mean. And when it comes to Patty the Batty, Patty Pimblett, I mean, the UFC is most likely booking that fight for early, January first Paramount card. But we're gonna see how it all unfolds. Also, I'm happy BSD got KO'd. Man, I hear you. I hear you, man. I hear you. Uh, Gaethje is at the end of the road, in my opinion. He's 1 KO from going on Tony Ferguson streak. Hey, man, Tony Ferguson is man, Tony Ferguson. Where does he rank in my top? He definitely is in my top. He's one of my top fighters, but he's definitely not on my top 15. You know what I mean? Uh, Great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Had his moments. One of my favorite fighters. But man, Tony Ferguson, bro. Tony Ferguson. What a legend, man. What a legend. Yeah. When it comes to Justin, though, I hope he retires. Honestly, I hope he retires. I don't want to see him fight at all, to be honest. You know? But hey, Tony did make a small boxing comeback, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah, man. He beat Soul Poppy, started landing some combinations on him. Referee had to jump in and save his life. Okay. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, it was a good performance by Tony. I'm glad he was able to go in there and finally get a win, man, to be honest. I was happy. I was jumping for joy for Tony Ferguson after that, get after getting that dub. You know? But excuse me, guys. Here we go. Max Holloway definitely won the first round here. Uh, it was, Justin Gaethje looked slow. You know what I mean? Justin Gaethje, sorry. Dustin Poirier, excuse me. Dustin Poirier looked slow a little bit in this round. It looked like he couldn't get his footing in this round against Max. And Max, he looked like he was, just having a ordinary spar at your local gym. You know what I mean? Always with his, head movement, always with his, traditional stance and, keeping his footwork and combinations, always trying to stay elusive. That's really Max Holloway's style. And in this first round, he definitely took advantage of Dustin. Dustin Poirier, he didn't look like himself, Agreed. Dustin didn't have the speed, and Max was just one of the fastest lightweights. Well, yeah, man, yeah, especially right now, in that second fight, Dustin Poirier was able to win, against Max because he had a lot of power. You know what I mean? And that power came because of his size. And in this last fight, his last outing, you can tell he lost a lot of weight. He lost a significant amount of weight. He didn't look like he kept the pounds on for this fight, and he didn't have that normal power that he had. He definitely looked a lot slimmer to me. And in that second fight with Max, he was hurting Max on the feet with every punch that he would throw because of the size difference. But this is a different fight right here. Definitely a different fight. But this is when Dustin Poirier finds success. In that second round, I mean in that first round, excuse me, Max Holloway did drop Dustin, but Dustin, he didn't get knocked out. He caught himself. He got a little bit, got hit about 3 times on the ground, but got back up to his feet. He never was rocked to the point where he didn't, know where he was. He got dropped, got, hit really clean. And in this second round, Dustin Poirier actually starts finding success. I honestly think if Ilya does leave early, like he says he would, Max might win the lightweight strap. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if Ilya Taporia is gonna, leave early. To be honest with you, maybe he would just based on the timeline. Maybe he would because Islam Makachev, he might defend his belt one more time, or not one more time. Yeah, he might defend his belt one more time, and then Ilya Taporia is going to defend his belt, early January. So yeah, most likely Ilya Taporia is going to challenge for the welterweight strap. Maybe you know, mid 2026, So I do see Ilya Taporia defending it one more time against Paddy the Baddy and then moving up to welterweight and fighting Islam. So there's a lot that got to happen in 2026. But here comes Dustin Poirier finding success in this second round. He lands a nasty knee in the clinch. But yeah, guys, man, Max Holloway is his striking is really good. His striking is really good, man. I don't know what was wrong with Dustin in this fight. He was just not fast. He was not fast enough, and the punches weren't clean and crisp like they usually were. And like I say, sometimes you just wake up and you're your age. That could set up a nice fight between Max and Armin for the belt. Man, if that fight happens, I see Armin winning that fight. Man, he's just the guy is too strong, too powerful. Here comes Max. He lands a combination on Dustin Poirier with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this second round. Lands a nasty combination, and now Dustin Poirier is landing some ground and pound on top mount. Okay, and Dustin is trying to, get out of this position. He's fighting for his life late in the second round with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Max Holloway is scrambling right now. Dustin Poirier has a butterfly, but he did get rocked. So Dustin is trying to get his wits back. But this is the part right here where the the pendulum swings right here because somehow I forget how Dustin Poirier ends up in Max Holloway's guard. and he starts landing some nasty elbows towards the end of the second round. I think the Paramount card is going to be Ilya and Patty as the main and Tom and Gon as the co-main. That's tragic, guys. If that's what they plan to do, that's tragic. That's ass, in my opinion, guys. Just based on, just my opinion. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, here it is. I want to find out how, because right now Max Holloway is trying to land some ground and pound here, but Dustin does a good job. Now he's back up to his feet. 57 seconds left in this second round. Now Max is throwing some punches. He's landing some combinations here late into the second. And I don't know. I want Cyril Gahn and Tom Aspinall to fight on that December card with Marab. That's what I want. I definitely don't want him on that Paramount card. Tom Aspinall on that Paramount card? Trash. Another knee by Max. 25 seconds left. Here it is. How does he land on his guard? Oh, man. Does he just land it, in the last seconds? I forget. All right. 15 seconds left. Oh, he drops Max. Dustin Poirier drags Max and goes for the ghillie. This is how he ends up in the guard. 5 seconds left. Holy hell. He starts landing some nasty elbows with 5 seconds left. Wow. Max Holloway is rocked. He is stumbling to his stool, guys. Oh my gosh. That's how that happened. That was a quick sequence right there. Let me see. I think either that or do something with Chimaev since he didn't take much damage last fight. I see that happening. I think that could be a terrific way to, put two different type of fighters. You know what I mean? Because Chimaev is going to use his wrestling. Ilya Topuria is going to use his striking. Two different type of fighters. One could be the co-main event. One could be the main event. That'll be phenomenal. Why not? Here comes Justin Gaethje jumping Justin Gaethje. Oh my God. Here comes Dustin Poirier. Justin Gaethje is on my mind now. But here comes Dustin Poirier, man, finding success late in that second. Man, that was a great second round. Here comes the third round, guys. The crowd is on their feet. If you guys haven't watched this fight, you guys gotta go out. You guys gotta go watch this fight. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway is a good fight. And even the other one, even the one before this one, that was a terrific fight as well. But yeah, guys, it's the end of an era, guys. The end of an era. It's gonna be crazy. I wonder how Paramount will deliver the UFC product. I wonder how it's gonna be. I mean, is it gonna look the same as it looks right now, like on ESPN? Like, I wonder how is it gonna look. Bro, if Justin Gaethje was there rematching Max, he'd be getting put in a coffin. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, we already saw what happened. Okay, we already saw what happened. Max Holloway, knocked him into, the next weekend after. Yeah, man. I look at Dustin right now, and he just does not the fight. How can I say this? The punches are not coming as quick. They're not coming as crisp. He just his punches looked aged. You know what I mean? And I think that's exactly what's going on here, guys. I think Dustin Poirier, he gave a good outing here with his last fight against Max Holloway, but I'm glad that I'm glad that he knew that this was his last fight. Let's put it that way. I'm glad because people like Justin Gaethje, they stay in the game for longer than what they should, and you know. But I thought Dustin went out on his shield, and he went out great. He went out great. Nice left hand by Dustin. Nice spinning back kick by Max, guys. Mustard says it was good. I prefer Gaethje or Hooker as Dustin's last, but I can't complain. Hey, I hear you. That would have been. I mean, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. But I mean, Dan Hooker, he was waiting for his opportunity, to fight Armin Sarukian. You know, that's most likely why he was staying out. And plus, he had a broken hand. And when it comes to Justin Gaethje, I mean, I don't think Justin Gaethje wanted that fight. Especially after getting KO'd. What a combination by Max, man. The guy is still super fast, even at his age. Red Bar says, I bet you were a patty cake champion when you were a kid. I don't even know what that means, my guy. But obviously you do. I mean, obviously you do. Mustard says, Justin's just a CTE riddled duck. It's sad, guys. It really is. It's sad. Justin Gaethje is a CTE patient. Okay? And it's unfortunate. Max Holloway looks like he belongs on a Marlboro cigarette commercial with a jean jacket on. Honestly, that's how Max Holloway looks to me. You know what I mean? Like he used to play the bad guy in Miami Vice. The old Miami Vice. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh shit. 15 seconds in this third round, man. Man, this is a fun fight, man. This is a fun fight. This is a fun fight. I honestly think the reason why Max got knocked out by Ilya Taporia is because he gained a significant amount of muscle and weight mass, in order to go up to lightweight. And when he fought him, he had to lose a lot of that weight, and it wasn't good for his body. I think that's the only reason why he got knocked out. I know Ilya Taporia is a knockout artist these days, but come on, guys. Because honestly, if he does get to fight Ilya, we might witness an actual murder. I don't think Justin Gaethje should get the opportunity, man. It better not be. It better not be. In my opinion, it has to be Armin Sarukian next, but obviously it's going to be Patty to Batty because Armin Sarukian is already fighting Dan Hooker. Okay, this Saturday. All right, I did give my UFC fight prediction for that card, guys. Okay, so go watch the vid. Okay. Here comes the fourth round, guys. We're in the championship round, guys. We are in the championship rounds. Okay. I wonder. I wonder if the FBI is going to find anything, or not find anything, because they already found some things. But I wonder if they're gonna hold anybody accountable, these judges and these referees, for their actions. Because I know I recently just read that there was another gambling situation betting situation with college football play or college players. I don't want to say football players, but college players. It was another FBI sting, and they found out that there was gambling and illegal activity. This fucking fly, man. I also like to see Vulcan in the Paramount card or something because High Key feels like he hasn't defended in forever. That would be good. That would be good. Why not? Volk versus who though? Who are you gonna put Volk against? You're gonna put him against what's his name? The guy that got the spinning back elbow. I forgot his name, man. Damn, respectively, I forgot his name. But yeah, who you put Volk against? Honestly, Francis Ngannou versus Huzbala. Who wins? Definitely Huzbala, guys. You know what I mean? Huzbala. You saw what he did to John Jones, guys. Okay. But yeah, who you put Volk against? Nasty combination by Dustin here. Dustin Poirier is pushing forward in this fourth round. I think Leon Murphy. Oh yeah, that's his name. Sorry, Leon. I apologize. I knew it was Leon something, but Leon Edwards just kept coming to mind, so I didn't want to say it. But Leon Murphy, that's right. If Leon Murphy does get his opportunity uh, against Volk, that's a good fight. Maybe that could be the co-main event, and then the main event is most likely going to be Paddy Pimblett versus Ilya Taporia, and that's a good card right there. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you put on that card, but that's a good card right there. You know, hopefully we don't see another Tracy Cortez on that card. Just overrated, guys. Just totally overrated. Is she there to be a champion, or is she there just to collect a paycheck and look good doing it? I mean, I don't know, guys. You know what I mean, just my opinion. I like Tracy Cortez, I really do, but just based on her last performances, is like, come on, man, what's going on? You know what is going on? No, but John Jones was breaking up with Hasbullah. Got you. Oh, okay. I had no idea. I had no idea. Thank you for teaching me something new here. What a combination by Max Holloway. Nice left hand by Dustin Poirier, I'm telling you. Ooh, nice right hand by Max, man. This is a terrific fight, guys. You guys got to watch this fight. Mustard says, it sucks. I actually think Cortez has potential, but I feel like she's there for the BA. Yeah, like I said, guys. I mean, is she there to fight or is she there to collect a paycheck? You know, it's atrocious at this point. In my opinion, it's atrocious. It's just maybe she needs to change her. Maybe she needs to change some things up. Go train at a good gym. Where you can get some good sparring partners and you can get some good actual. Somebody who can train with you, who can put you, a levels above where you at. Where you're at right now is just not it. Against the high level competitors like Blatchfield, I'm sorry, you got dominated. Dominated. The Rose Namajunas fight, dominated. Well, I don't want to say dominated, but she got beat. Mustard says bag. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I know what you meant. Mustard says I'm also kind of hyped for Dern as a champ because for some reason some fighters just instantly become better fighters the second they have the belt. Well, Mustard, I hope she does get better. For her sake, in my opinion, because right now she has some really big issues because Weili Zhang is making her way back to that division, my guy. Okay, especially after losing against Valentina Shevchenko, I don't think she's gonna stay in the flyweight division. I think she will make her way into that division once again, into the strawweight division. And Mackenzie Dern is gonna have she's gonna have some big shoes to fill, especially when she's staring down Weili Zhang across the octagon. Because once that happens, that's honestly the moment we're gonna all say to ourselves, is she ready? I like Mackenzie Dern's, but is she ready? Will she be ready? We shall see. Because if not, Whaley becomes three-time strawweight champion, guys. Here comes the fifth round, championship round for Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. The last time we actually would see Dustin Poirier in the octagon and share it with somebody else. Phenomenal fight here by Dustin and Max. Terrific outing by both men. Like Leon before he won the belt was getting bullied by Kamaru, but in that third fight, he actually made it close and went on a good run. Look, guys, I understand. I understand what you're saying now. But answer this question. Do you honestly think Mackenzie Dern beats Weili Zhang? Let me know on the chat. Let me know on the chat. I want to know. I want to know. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions, okay? Like I always say, this is your channel, okay? The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Now, I don't know. I don't see Mackenzie Dern's beating a Weili Zhang, guys. I really don't. I see her getting dominated. Purely dominated. Mustard says, I think she will improve, but not enough to beat Zhang. My point exactly. I'm glad you're with me here, okay? I am glad you're with me. What a left hand, right hand by Dustin Poirier. Dylan Dennis put 80K on JDM and got jumped. Ah, man, that's terrible, guys. That is terrible. I would have never put any money on JDM. I knew that guy had nothing to offer against Islam Makhachev. I knew it right away. Okay. A lot of people were trying to base below Muhammad's, performance and trying to write JDM as this, new welterweight goat. When in reality, he's just another fighter. He's just another fighter. I could see her getting a win over Tatiana Suarez or something, but not Zhang. I could see that as well. I could see her possibly, getting a submission or something like that against Tatiana Suarez. I could see it. But when it comes to Mackenzie Dern, she has a lot of things to improve, man. She has to improve a lot of things. You know what I mean? So hopefully she does. Hopefully she does, because I'll tell you what, Weili Zhang is making her way back into the division. She's making her way back. Okay, Mustard says, but that's high key because Tatiana has zero cardio or striking. Yeah, she has zero cardio. You know what I mean? Zero striking. The only thing she has is her length. She's a big girl. She's tall, and her strength that she uses to wrestle. You know what I mean? And we saw that didn't work against Zhang Wei Li, but it might work against Mackenzie Dern's. But Mackenzie Dern's has to train, her strength and her ability to scramble and her ability to get people in some dangerous positions when the fight hits the ground. Nice right hand by Max here. A minute and 10 seconds left in this fifth round. Nice left hand by Dustin. I'm telling you, they just throwing punches here. Yeah, guys, this was a fun fight, man. This was a fun fight. Nice body punch by Max Holloway. Dustin tries to answer. 50 seconds left in this last fifth round, guys. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Nice combination by Max there. Right now, 10 seconds to go, and they're trying to fight. Ah, that was a terrific fight, guys. That was a terrific fight. This is definitely worth a rewatch. One of the fights in 2025 that happened this 2025 this year, and it's definitely worth a rewatch. A rewatch, Dustin Poirier versus Max. It was a tough fight for Max. I mean, it was a tough fight for Dustin. Also a tough fight for Max as well. But they both had their moments in there. It was a fun night, and yeah, guys, definitely worth a rewatch. Not gonna lie though, if she just had semi decent boxing, she'd actually be pretty good. I, she would be, especially if with her size and her length and her strength. Yeah, for sure, she definitely would be. She definitely would be phenomenal if she had some type of good boxing. But I mean, very little boxing, guys. Very little boxing. You know what I mean? She's very stiff. She's stiff as a board when she's on her feet. You know, Dustin always has the best trilogy fights. He really does. He really does. Terrific fights. Terrific fights. They both found success. Max found success. Dustin found success. I mean, it was a fun fight. It was a fun fight. At the end, I mean, if you look at both of the fighters at the end of the fight, you would think Max Holloway lost the fight, you know, just based on damage, but it was terrific. It was terrific. So does Max, even though he was just getting pinballed by Volk? Yeah, man. When Volk was on that winning streak, he was nasty. Volk was nasty, bro. He should have never taken that short notice fight against Islam. Never, man. He was phenomenal, bro. And when he fought Islam Makachev, oh shit, that was when I was like, "Yo, Volk is the real deal, bro. Volk is the real deal." But hey, you know what I mean? Things happen for a reason. And they happen for a reason the way they do. You know, unfortunately, guys. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, man, I gotta kill this fly, man. I have to kill this fly. This fly is trying me right now. I feel for Dustin. I feel for Dustin. You know what I mean? I feel for Dustin. Lil Wayne got an opportunity to put the belt on Max Holloway. That is phenomenal. Wow. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Max is a real true dude, yo. Max is a real true dude. He said little words on the mic, and then he passed the mic over to Dustin. Max is a true gentleman, man. Let's hear Dustin out. Let's hear Dustin out. Volk should have never taken the fight with Islam. Maybe I went for the bantamweight belt, but nah, he was gonna get Islam. Yeah, that first fight around, he really was. He really is. Dustin Poirier is a champion. He's not a champion, but he's amongst champion. That's the best way I can put it. He's not a champion, but he is amongst the champion guys. I love Dustin Poirier, bro. I love Dustin Poirier. Maybe I wouldn't like him. If I ever met him, I have no idea. You know what I mean? But from a fighter's perspective and as a fan perspective, I can always root for somebody who shows grit like Dustin. Man, I respect that guy. I really do. You know what I mean? Congratulations to him and his family for finding success, bro. This was a phenomenal fight by both men. I really, really enjoyed this fight. I really enjoyed this fight. This is worth a rewatch, guys. If you haven't watched this fight, go rewatch this fight. Oh damn, I didn't even see this. I must have turned this off this fight. I didn't watch it this far. Wow, they're gonna show some highlights of Dustin. Here we go. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, look at him there. He looks much more thick. He looks thicker there. Unbelievable, guys. When it comes, to 2025, man. I cannot believe that we're entering a new era, guys. No more pay-per-views. This is unbelievable. I literally cannot get enough of it. I can't stop saying it. It's crazy. UFC and Paramount, new contract, multi-year, multi-billion dollar deal. This is going to be fun. This is going to be terrific. And I will be here for it, guys. This community will be here for it. But you know what, guys? This whole week, okay, this whole week, I will be going live. Okay, I will be going live around this time, like around 3 o'clock. I will be going live, and we will have the end of an era of fight marathon, guys. We will be watching all the fights that I think are worth rewatching that happened in 2025, guys. Okay, so we're definitely gonna rewatch some fights here. Uh I mean, it's hard not to put Islam versus Dustin Poirier, but that's another terrific fight right there. I believe that fight happened in 2025, if I'm not mistaken. No More Dustin just doesn't feel the same. It really doesn't, guys. It really does not feel the same. You know, it really does not feel the same. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be some more fights. All right, some more fights that I will be going live this week. Okay, tomorrow I will be going live around this time, like around 3 o'clock, and we'll be talking more specifically. I mean, not talking more specifically, but we'll be, breaking down, and rewatching fights that happen in 2025 because there's been some exciting fights. There really has been. I'm trying to see if did Dustin Poirier and Alex did Dustin Poirier and Islam happen in 2025? I'm not sure. Charles and Max really feel like the last guys of the little lightweight era. It really does. Wow, you're absolutely right about that. You are absolutely right about that. Wow, that was way back when Charles Oliveira was actually fighting in that lighter weight class too. That's crazy. No, I don't think. I guess it didn't happen this year. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find. Did it happen this year? Did it not happen this year? Wow. Yeah, we're gonna rewatch some fights here. We're gonna rewatch some fights tomorrow. We have a terrific fight that I'm actually gonna rewatch. Okay, let me write it down here, Alex. And to be honest with you, there's a couple fights here that are worth just man rewatching. To be honest with you, Momo says you think Ilya versus Islam's next. No, I actually think Paddy Pimlet is going to get his opportunity against Ilya Taporia. Most likely, that card is going to be the first card for the Paramount deal in January, early January, guys. Who you got? Islam versus Ilya. I'm definitely gonna say Islam. Islam is gonna take that fight.